Hello guys, welcome back to another video for Toast Rapid 1, and today we're going to be ranking every single live event in Fortnite history. We're going to be basing this ranking off of how memorable, how impactful these live events were on the game, and how much I personally enjoyed them. I wasn't around since the beginning, but I have watched every single live event, so I know what I'm talking about, alright boys? If you like this video, be sure to comment down below and hit that like button and subscribe. Alright, let's get into this ranking. Let's go. So, lastly, all the way down at 24 is Fracture. No surprises there, it was definitely the worst event Fortnite has ever made. From the just very boring and monotonous task that you had to do for a whole 45 minutes. 45 minutes of doing creative map for a whole chapter ending live event, by the way. This was definitely the most boring, most horrendous live event ever. The only memorable thing was how bad this live event was. It was hyped to be this amazing thing with a crazy cutscene and crazy picture. I'll put that up right now. Crazy picture of this insane teaser that was gonna happen. Nothing like that happened, by the way. It was all hype and no show. Literally no show. So I don't want to spend any more time talking about this horrendous live event. It is at last place for a very, very, very good reason. At number 23, we have the Prelude live event. Now this live event isn't really like a live event, it's more like a concert, but we're gonna add it in anyways. It was very, very bad. Now it was bad because we barely did anything. All we did was watch some people outside in real life watch Snoop Dogg and Ice Spice at a concert. It was nothing memorable about it, just watching. I bet it was fun for the people there, but for us playing, it was so disengaging. They completely took us out of the feeling of the live event, and it just wasn't a very good live event at all. So that's why it's at number 20. Alright? So coming at number 22 would be the Ice King live event. Now this live event was way too short to be a full live event. And it was a full live event. It had build up and everything, but it was just way too short. And all the Ice King did was make the whole map icy. That was it. Nothing else. Very anticlimactic and definitely not a good live event. Okay, so coming at number 21, we got the Rocket Ship live event. Now this is definitely a very nostalgic live event for a lot of people because it was the first ever live event, but come on guys, it was mid. It was so mid. Just a rocket going in the sky and rifts. That's it. And it was only lasting for 20 seconds. Boys, come on. This was a bad live event. And it's at number 21 for a very good reason. Alright. At number 20 we have the Sandstorm live event. Now this live event was just way too short, to be honest. Just way too short. It had some great visuals, but it was 5 seconds long. And it was just sand coming onto the map. Like the Ice Storm live event, it is not that good. Alright. Coming in at 19, we got another Chapter 5 live event. Now this one was a lot better than the Sandstorm live event, but not by a lot, to be honest. It was again too short, but the visuals were beautiful. That explosion at the end was chef's kiss right there, but it was too short, so I'm sorry, it's going to be at 19. So guys, we are finally out of the trash tier of live events. We are now in the mid tier of live events. These are live events that aren't dog water and I never want to go back to, but these are live events that I'll be alright going back to, but I wouldn't really enjoy it. These are live events that are not great in any way, shape or form, but still are not bad. So starting off the mid tier, we got the Welcome Our Alien Overlords live event, the Simpsons live event. Not the last one. The last one was great, but this first one leading up wasn't the best. All it was really was just a Simpsons episode, and that's it. We got barely any time to move around. It was quite a long live event, but it was very you couldn't really do anything really. So that's why it's 18th. If we got to move around a bit more and do some more interactive stuff, it would be a bit higher, not gonna lie. But they did very good with the visuals. It did really look like a Simpson episode, but that's all it was, a Simpson episode. Alright, coming at 17 would be the Super Showdown live event. Now this live event was very overhyped. It had this crazy trailer leading up to it, and I thought this live event was going to be massive. Little did we know it was very mid. It was so mid. We basically did was fight a massive tentacle, and then these like comic book superheroes came out of nowhere, and it was just like, it felt so poorly created. And I thought it was going to be a massive live event, but it just wasn't. It really just wasn't. So it was overhyped and underwhelming, and that's why it's at number 17. Coming in at number 16, we got the Confrontation live event. This was the first live event of Chapter 6, and it wasn't overhyped or anything, but I just thought it was going to be a bit better than it was. The visuals were good though. It had some great visuals. It was just, when they were fighting, I thought more stuff on the map was going to happen. Like, there was going to be a map change or something, but it felt like the live event didn't do anything to the map. There was no map changes, nothing that signified that a live event had taken place. It just felt like it was a waste of time, really. But it looked very nice. The music was sick, but it could have been a lot better, to be honest. So it's mid, number 16. I think it's fair place. So at 15, we got the Doctor Doom live event. Now this was my first ever live event, so it was hard to put it at 15. But to be honest, what it really was, it had a very nice cutscene. They took their time on the cutscene. It looked very good, and it had a very good start, but it just was fighting a boss, really. All of these mid ones, they were just like, they could have been so much better, but they were just so mid. And this one's no exception. It was just us fighting Doctor Doom for hours, it seemed. But it was fun for me at the time because it was my first ever live event. But retrospectively, without being biased, it was so mid. So 15 would be the spot for him. Alright, guys. At 14, we got another OG live event, the Unvaulting. Now, the Unvaulting live event was just a bit mid. Yes, another mid one. And it was because it was just unvaulting weapons, bro. It looked pretty cool in that little place, you know, where it's all white with the 0 point and everything. But it was just unvaulting a weapon. They could have done that without using a live event. It was just a waste of a live event, to be honest. And the hype was there, but it was just unvaulting. And they unvaulted the drum gun, of all things. Just the drum gun, bro. You serious? This could have been so much better if it was, you know, something else than just unvaulting guns. But it was just unvaulting guns. So it was, regrettably, number 14, bro. Come on. So at number 13, we got the first Chapter 2 live event of the ranking. And the worst Chapter 2 live event of the ranking. It is the Storm live event. Now this had some major storyline implications, and it was very nice. It had some first person stuff that we haven't seen before since this live event. And it was quite long, which I do like, and it had some great visuals. But what really held it back was it was kind of confusing. For people that don't know the storyline, it would have been so confusing that a massive like ball of electricity just pushing out the storm and then freaking bringing us back in, then taking us to an office. Like, if you didn't understand what was going on at the time, you'd just be like, what the hell is going on? What is this live event? I guess you could say that for most live events, but this live event, in my opinion, was very confusing. What boosted it up was the visuals and how it was quite a long live event, and how it was the first live event of Chapter 2, which did set Chapter 2 off very strongly, to be honest. So I think this live event was pretty good, but not the best. Alright? So guys, before we continue with this ranking, I want to say a big shout out to you for getting to this halfway point of the video. Well done! Now that you're here, you might as well just subscribe, hit that like button, and share this to as many people as you can. This video took me ages, so I'll really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and all the other stuff I just said. Alright? I just want to say a huge shout out to Jesus Christ. God is great. I love him so much. He is the way, the truth, the life. If you put your faith in him, you will be saved. Thank God. And I want to say a big shout out to my friends 2am Beatrix, Hunter Plays, and Stuff Kings. You guys are great. Let's get on with the video. Okay, so now that we're at the halfway spot, we are out of, finally, the mid-tier. We're finally out the mid-tier. We are now in the great tier. Not the best tier, but the great tier. It's a good live event, but I would rather not go to it, you know. It's a good live event, it's alright, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I mean, it's alright, feel me? It's not like mid-tier where it's like, I don't really want to go back to it. I'll go back to it if I have to, but it's just like, come on, it could be better. It could be better. These live events are live events which are, say, like a 6, 7 out of 10. So, starting off the great tier, at number 12 would be the Butterfly Live event. Now, this live event was the second live event that was actually an actual proper live event, the second proper live event in Fortnite history. And it was just beautiful. Just the way it looks, just so beautiful. It was very short though, that's the thing, it was very short. These early live events were too short for me. They don't really stand the test of time, to be honest. But for 2018 standards, that was a sick live event. And it had some great storyline implications as well, which even boosts it up even more. But it couldn't be more than 12, so it's gonna be 12. So, coming in at number 11 is the Death Star Sabotage Live event. This live event was so hyped, so hyped to be like a top tier, even surpassing like the Skyfire live event. But to be honest, it kind of just felt like a downgrade from that live event, definitely. It looked good. It looked like it would be good. It had all the potential to be a good live event. Storyline, Star Wars, a whole collab. And in my mind, after the Star Wars season, you know, I hated the Star Wars season. If you want to see my full opinion on the Star Wars season, you can go watch my videos, Chapter 6 ranking of all the Chapter 6 seasons. You'll see what I say about the Star Wars season. Anyways, this Star Wars season, this Star Wars live event was mid. It was mid. It was hyped to be so good. Another Skyfire live event, but it was just us walking around for way too long. At least it got us to do stuff, but the stuff that we did was just shoot, walk, and watch. Shoot, walk, and watch. Which could be fun, but it was very long as well. I don't even know why this is in the great tier. I mean, I should have put it in the mid tier, but oh well. It just kinda fits into the great tier, but just by a little bit anyway. I think that this live event could have had potential to be a very good one, but it just kinda wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It had a great ending, very great ending, and I think that's what really like boosts it up. Other than that, it was just very mid. So, coming in at number 10 is the Big Bang Live event. This is the only event of Chapter 4, and it started off pretty well. A throwback to the very best live event of Chapter 1, the end event. But it just didn't like, it just completely lost the plot afterwards, yeah. It was a whole like end event of the whole chapter. It didn't have anything to do with the chapter really. It was mainly still with OG, and then 2 seconds later, like literally after, they just had to they just turned into an ad. It turned into a whole ad for every game mode that they're going to add in Chapter 5, and all those game modes have died, by the way, and it was just so like soulless in the live event. It was fun at the start, it just got so soulless and corporate, so not fun. But near the end, you know, that Eminem concert was good. Could be longer though, but it was good. And it did showcase the game modes, which could be a positive if you like those, which I don't think a lot of people do like, by the way. But yeah, so this live event was regrettably quite bad. It could have been better, but it didn't really stick with the theme of the live event, and it just kind of dragged on. Just ads upon ads, so I don't want to talk about this anymore. It was alright. So, coming at number 9, we got the Zero Crisis live event. This is a live event, or one-in-a-kind live event, because it happened before a season started. It's a part of the season that happened before even the season started. And that season was definitely the worst season ever. Chapter 2 Season 6 Primal. Not a very good season at all, but the live event was not that bad, if I do say so myself. It had this great trailer, like cutscene with all the collabs from Chapter 2 Season 5 fighting, and then the Foundation coming and fighting Jones. Ooh, peak cinema right there. But then, we actually got into the actual live event, and it was just, it's kind of weird. In a way, he just turned into like a bunch of different objects, and he turned to different skins from the Battle Pass. And then Jones and the Foundation enclosed himself in the 0 point, and it's like, bro, what's really going on here? It's a bit weird, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I wouldn't say it's a horrible live event. That's why it's in the great tier. It's in the great tier. It's not in the peak tier, but I mean, it's a good live event. Could be better. Could have stuck with how good it was going, but it didn't. Alright, so yeah. So coming at number 8, this is a bit controversial, but the Collision is now at number 8. Now I know it was very, very good. Very, 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 very good. It was so nice and amazing, but it just was missing something, I think. It was a very nice live event. It had everything a live event needs, you doing stuff in the gameplay, shooting everything. You were inside the mech. You were piloting the mech. The amount of visual creativity they added in this live event was peak. It was good. It was very good. That's why it's near the top of great tier. But there was just something that was lost in this live event, I loved basically throughout the whole thing when you were shooting everything, and that twist at the end when you fell through and you were fighting Sloan, and then Jones and the Foundation went to 0 point, bro. That was sick, man. That was sick. But I don't know. It's not that great of a live event. It was good. It was great. That's why it's in great tier, but it wasn't peak. I wouldn't say it's peak. It was a very memorable live event for the stuff it did, but it kind of felt like a remake of the Monsterverse mech live event, which they tried to do, and they did it pretty well, but it just didn't have the same aura that the Monsterverse mech had. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna stay at 8. Okay. Now at number 7 we got the Chapter 2 Remix Finale live event. This live event was so good. Oh my goodness, bro. They spun around that Chapter 2 Season 2 live event and the Device live event and made it so much better. This is a remix of a live event done properly. It was just superb from all the rappers coming together and singing, and Eminem fight, and it was long, and it just felt like every little thing was just engaging. It's what a live event needs to be. And even though it was a concert live event, it was just, oh my goodness, the visuals as well was just so sick, and that tribute to Juice WRLD almost made me cry. When it came out, that was my favourite live event of all time. But there have been some live events that I see now are just a bit better than it. 6 live events to be in fact. That's why it's at number 7. 7. Now boys, we are out of the great tier. We're now in the peak tier. This is the tier of live events that just peak cinema. All the way through, these are the best live events in Fortnite history. And all of these live events could be in top 8. These live events are top notch, Fortnite was cooking on all of these live events. These are live events that make you just sit back and wonder how Fortnite cooks so hard. It's amazing, phenomenal. They're better than some movies. That's what these live events make you feel. They're not like the great tier that they're good, could be better. These live events are just perfect all the way through, or near perfect. These live events are just, without further ado, let's get into the peak tier, baby. Peak. So, starting off the peak tier, we got the Galactus live event. And the Galactus live event of Chapter 2 Season 4. Now, this live event, starting was, amazing, The build up to this live event was just insane. This is the most legendary most like iconic build-up to any live event ever. Like weeks before the live event even started, the Galactus coming to the island, all menacing and everything. Like it's just so intense and it just made everyone so hyped for what was gonna happen. You know, the live event did live up to the hype as well, so that even made it even more like insane. You know, we started off on the ship that went down to the Galactus coming straight up to our faces, and then we just went into this massive like Marvel like fight against Galactus, and it was just like cinematic and just like so great, so rad, so like sick, so peak. Oh my gosh, they just cooked completely on the start of the event. It is last on the peak tier, but that's only because out of all of the peak tier live events, I think this one was the worst. But that doesn't mean it's a bad live event. No way, no how. This live event was insane. So it is at number 6 for a very, very, very good reason. So guys, finally at the top 5, at number 5 we got the Monsterverse Mech live event. This live event was so good. Oh my days, this is a fighting live event done correctly right here. And for 2018 standards, bro, this is just out of the world. Just like, oh my goodness. It even surpasses so many live events from the modern era. You know what I'm saying? Like, this live event, for its time, was the best live event we've ever seen in Fortnite. Just like, on another level, to another level. From the insane graphics to the engaging and like in-depth movie-like scenes that went on throughout the whole live event, to the plot twist at the end where it was just like, oh, you think he's gonna win, then the monster comes out of nowhere, then he gets the 0 point. Bro, it's just like it pulls at your heartstrings and just, you know, edges out that emotion like a movie. Just like a movie. It's just like peak. That's what it's in peak. But it is number 5 because there are live events that do beat it. If this was 2018 and I was making this ranking, this would definitely be number 1. No say about it. This would definitely be number 1. But there have been live events that do just, you know, take the number 1 position, and you'll get to that later. But this live event is just sick. Just sick. So iconic as well and memorable, and just, oh, I love it. Coming in at number 4, we got another Chapter 2 live event. This is the Skyfire live event. Yes, the Skyfire live event. This is the best spaceship live event we've ever had. We've only had 2, but this is definitely the best. I mean, Galactic Battle tried, but they just couldn't like emulate this like cinematic feeling that this live event had. Now, I know I said cinematic for a lot of these peak tier live events, but they just all are. They just all are. So good, so good. This live event is no exception. Okay, so we start off going inside, getting captured by the spaceship. Yeah, Sloan is whispering in our ear, telling us where to go, what to do, what not to do. We walk around for a bit. You think it might be a bit boring? No, it's not. We're walking around, seeing everything get destroyed around us, and the visuals and the graphics are just amazing. So you're just like, wow, what is going on? What could happen? What could build up to this peakness? Yeah. Go around, you look around. Then Kevin the Cube comes out of nowhere. Bro, you're like, what? What is going on? You might be a bit confused, might not know what's going on, but Kevin's back. Guys, Kevin's back. That in itself makes it peak. But then Kevin dies all of a sudden. Just dies. Quick. Dead. Right? Then we res him. We res him back to life. He kills off people around you, bro. Your people around you are dead. Dying. Like, this is insane. You don't know what's going on. Yeah? But then, you know, Sloan just turns his back on us. And we just like, yo, this is definitely amazing. Top tier. Just by like this point, you're just thinking top tier. Nothing in this live event could like just peak this peak. You know what I'm saying? Just peak on top of this peak. Until we get teleported up and there's like 10 trillion, 10 quadrillion, quintillion Kevins around us. This storyline implications just like it like enhance this live event to what a tier can't even describe. It is just so good. whoa, 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 whoa. You can't even take everything in because there's just so much going in your face. You just can't understand, wrap your head around it until everything just explodes. In one big explosion that's been leading up to. Stone has been teasing this explosion that was going to happen for ages, but you just didn't know what's going to happen yet until it does. And you just have that beautiful scene at the end when you look back, you look on your island, you look back at the ship, and it all comes down towards you in this crescendo, this orchestral, beautiful masterpiece that the Skyfire Live event has created. It's just so peak, so good. That's why it's at number 4. Oh, at number 3, third place position, we got the Big Bang Live event. Now this is the original Big Bang Live event, the very first one. It barely beats out the Skyfire Live event in my opinion. It is just so good of a live event. Really, it is the best Chapter 1 live event in Fortnite history. You know, because there's only been like a couple of events in Chapter 1, but it was just definitely the best. Season X wasn't a very good season, of course, but that live event at the end was one we had never, ever, ever witnessed before. It brought us to a whole new chapter, a whole new way of Fortnite, you know, a whole new era of Fortnite. It was a live event that just had to be perfect, or else I think everyone would have stopped playing Fortnite, especially after Season X, you know, and Season 1 or Chapter 2 coming after, you know, it wasn't very good seasons lined up, but that live event just segued so perfectly, you know. We start off on the island, island we know and love, then a remix of the rocket launch live event that was just so perfect, so perfect happened. It just went down, and then all the explosions and everything going into the 0 point, just like gets faster, just keeps going and going. You're like, what's going on? Then silence, you know, everything gets sucked inside of the 0 point. Your whole body gets all spaghettified, and it's a whole just nostalgia fest from the start to the end. As you realize now, you're never gonna come back to this island ever again. You're never gonna see Chapter 1 ever again. You're never gonna see all the nostalgic period times you had on this map ever again. This was the live event to end all live events. This was the end of Fortnite. So we have seen. But then we get taken into the 0 point and everything is just gone. All signs. Nothing is there. Everything is just black. And then you just look closer. You just see a black hole. And you see that for 3 days. This made news. That's how good it was. It made news. People were crashing out. Because it didn't just last for a day. It didn't just last for a couple hours. No, it didn't even last for 2 days. It lasted for 4 whole days. 4 whole days without Fortnite. Everything was just that black hole image. Where it took the community by storm. People from all over the world knew about Fortnite. This live event was so monumental that it couldn't be anywhere else but in the top 3. So, taking the second spot on my ranking today is the Chapter 2 end event. The Chapter 2 end event. This is one of the most iconic live events of all time. And it's not just because the island flipped, which is a big contributor. It's not because it's the end of Chapter 2. No. It is because of the wonderful visuals, the amazing storyline implications, and just feeling of despair, but yet you're gonna be saved. You know, you feel like, oh no, you're gonna die to the Cube Queen, but no, the Savior's gonna come and save you. That just feeling brought home in that live event so vividly, so cinematically, that it just felt like a movie, like a movie. That's all I can say. It was just like a movie, like the Titanic. Just tug at your heartstrings. You think that all the characters, or you were gonna die, but you know that something at the end is gonna save you. But you just don't know Would you live? Would you survive? Would you die? None of the live events in the mid tier or the below trash tier, it could come close to anything like this, any emotion like this. This live event is in a whole class of its own. It's in the peak tier for a reason, definitely. This live event, before the first place position, before the one that's in the first place position, was definitely the best live event in Fortnite history, to be honest. It started off great, you know. We were fighting the Cube Queen, shooting her. We thought that we could win, maybe if we shot her. We shoot, she takes our guns. Then we get taken with the 7. The 7! Oh, so iconic, the 7 come. We see the foundation, and then we get taken to a cutscene. And we find out the foundation is The Rock. The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is in this. That's how you know it's just going to be a great live event, you know what I'm saying? Dwayne The Rock Johnson is in this. He helps Jonesy and he just aura farmed the whole way through. And then you walk across inside this little place underground, under the water. You're walking, you're shooting some stuff, you're walking around, and you're just like, it feels so cinematic, you know. The voice actors do a phenomenal task, a phenomenal role throughout it. You feel like you're gonna lose, yeah. All hope is lost. You're still walking around, and then it cuts to the other members of the 7 just shooting some stuff. You know, the visuals look pristine, and you feel like you're about to cry, man. Even though some people might not like Chapter 2, you can't knock the end event, because this end event was definitely one of the best end events in Fortnite history, one of the best live events in Fortnite history, definitely. And then, you know, a whole flood happens whilst you're inside of this little place. A whole flood happens, and you just watch it, and then there's like monsters everywhere. You get hit, and then you get flooded in. You go up, and you see the most beautiful scene in Fortnite history. The most beautiful scene in Fortnite history. The island is on. The crescendo of music comes as you rise with it. The island is on a vertical stand. It moves slowly but surely. The Cube Queen is shouting and screaming. Everything is about to get destroyed, but yet you're peacefully waiting and watching whilst the beautiful sunset is on back. You just see everything flip over in a beautiful masterpiece. And then the whole flood comes and hits you. But you just see that, and it brings like an emotion out of you that you didn't even know you had. An emotion that just seeps down there that I thought an event can bring out. And this live event brought it out so well. So well. So it couldn't be anywhere else but in the top 2. And that's why it's number 2. We just have to wait to see what's number 1, because what could beat this? What could beat this? So, you might be asking to yourself, what could possibly touch our breed? What could possibly beat the peakness of the Chapter 2 end event? What in Fortnite history could be better than that? And I have one thing for you. The 0 hour live event. The 0 hour live event. The Chapter 6 finale. Yeah, the finale of the whole Chapter 6. Now, this live event was a live event for history. And I know it just ended, and you might say, oh my days, it's been recent, like recency bias, but no way. This live event was the best of the best. I mean, the other live events that came before, they came close, but they just couldn't beat this. Nothing. It was so obvious this was going to be first place. Really obvious. I can't believe we didn't get that, but this live event was just, you know, it scratched that itch that some other events just didn't have. It had that Avengers Endgame type cinematics, you know. Every collab from Fortnite history came together. Now that's a live event that people didn't know they wanted, but they wanted it, you know. It's a live event that was inevitable and was going to happen and was definitely going to be the best live event in Fortnite history if it ever happened, and it did. This was a live event people dreamed of. This is a live event that people just envisioned in their brains and never thought it was going to happen, but Epic somehow made it happen. This live event is legendary. It's mythic rarity. No, exotic rarity. You don't come by live events like this very often, but when you do, you know this is a special one. It all started, on the Simpsons season map. Jones and Hope were trying to, get everyone to battle the Dark Presence. He got everyone together, called in all the reinforcements, all the collabs. They tried teleporting a bunch of times. They failed every time, going to different place, until they found the Chapter 6 map, and it was in ruins. This is the first time in a while we come back to a map that we've left, and it just looked like how I imagined it, all destroyed and everything by the Dark Presence. Then, get this amazing scene where Jones is like Captain America in Avengers Endgame, and he's like, Avengers assemble, but this time in Fortnite, and all 3 single collaboration that you can think of in your brain comes to the game. This must have been a legal like battle, but it just was so well done. They all come rifting out. Jones is like, alright, let's go, and everything just starts running. You got Megazord, you got Godzilla, you got everyone in the back. It feels like you're not just the only one in this live event, but everyone's behind you trying to fight one common enemy. Even people that are villains, even people that are heroes, they all come together to fight. The music is playing, you're running. K-pop demon hunters pick you up. You see the icon skins. You're all fighting and shooting at the Dark Presence. He is unfazed. Every single IP in the world, in the universe, in the multiverse is fighting this guy, and he is untouched. You fight. You get hit out your helicopter. You crash to the floor. You get picked up by the bride, and you start shooting. You see the Death Star get blown up to pieces. Godzilla and Kong get flung around by this guy. He uses them as toys. You think everything is gonna be destroyed? No, there's no hope. Nothing can get you out there, can make you win this battle. Nothing. This guy is too strong. What could destroy him? Then, this blows my mind. The red cube from Fortnite OG, a separate mode, comes into the live event. This is insane. This is insane. It comes down, and the Mecha Team just kicks it right in his face. He holds his bone, the Dark Presence. He holds his own for a while, but he just can't. He explodes to pieces. Then it goes from the battle to the beautiful scene so eloquently. This beautiful scene is not the best beautiful scene in Fortnite history, but it was one of the best, definitely. We see the Chapter 6 map, come back to its former glory. But to be honest, it would have been better if it was like a Chapter 1, Chapter 2 map, because we have more connection with those maps. Chapter 6 map was very ugly in Chapter 6 Season 4, so I didn't really have any connection to it, and I didn't really like it, to be honest. But when it did come back, it just felt so beautiful. It made me want to cry. I actually felt like I was going to cry at that point. Saying goodbye to Chapter 6. I do miss it. And then it just goes out to black. It goes back to the Black Hole live event. It just pays memorial to every single season in Fortnite after this. It shows every single trailer and says it was just part of the plan. Then it cuts to Chapter 7. And this live event was the best live event in Fortnite history by far. No event come close. I mean, some events do. That's why in the second and third, but this event was just so much better than the rest. Fortnite cooked so hard in this live event, so we couldn't be anywhere else but first. Alright guys, if you liked this ranking, this is it, it's done. If you liked the ranking of this video, remember to like and subscribe to Touch Rugby 1. Hit that follow button and go down into the comments and write to me. If you didn't like what I ranked in first place, second place, third place, fourth place, sixth, seventh place, just tell me. Go on, tell me. And remember to share with as many people as you can. Jesus loves you. Have a blessed day. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys in the next ranking video. Alright? Safe.